Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 13 of Calisthenics Endurance, and today we have a leg day. Now, leg days are very basic, and that's because, well, I've been regressing lately. I think a lot of people struggle with not progressing at all or even regressing and lose motivation. So, let's talk about it because I've been regressing now, I guess, for about 3 to 4 months already. I've gotten this injury and I can't get rid of it. I can't squat, I can't run the way I want to, and I've lost weight as a result of it. I've gotten from 75 kilos almost to now under 72 in the last 3 months, and my legs are just washing away. I'm becoming an actual calisthenics athlete again in the sense that I don't have legs anymore. My muscle is just burning away. And so it's very demotivating, right? You want to become stronger, you want to train hard, but you're not able to, right? Or perhaps you're not progressing for a different reason. Now, in those moments when you're not progressing or even becoming weaker, what should you do? It's a difficult topic, but in my opinion, there's only one real answer, and that is to keep training. Because what's gonna happen if you don't train anymore, right? Are you gonna become better? Like becoming stronger and more durable and fitter is one of the benefits of training. But I think aside from that, you have a mental benefit as well in the fact that training is difficult, and especially now, right? Training becomes more difficult because you don't have the progress attached to it, right? You have to train without expecting any progress. You have to train without like with basically staying the same, right? Or expecting to stay the same. You have to train without the results. You have to do the difficult thing and expect nothing in return. And in that sense, training becomes more difficult. But now it becomes more of a mental training. And the reason I keep training, even though it might feel boring, it might like I don't feel motivation. There is I still keep training because now it's kind of an opportunity to switch it into a mental thing, right? I don't want to train, but I'm gonna do it anyway. That's a very positive thing to do because in life in general, you're gonna have to do things that you don't want to do, right? You have to stay disciplined in some cases, and oftentimes training is very fun. You don't need discipline. In fact, I'm not disciplined. I just love my training. But right now, it's becoming a bit of a different story, and I don't always want to train because every time I go for a run, I'm confronted with the fact that I cannot run the way I want to. I am confronted with the fact that my legs are getting weaker even though I'm training them with the hamstrings, right? All of these things are going on, but if you just lose things completely, then you're out of the battle, right? If you at least train something, even if it's not the same, if you just stay, consistent and train and make yourself tired, you're gonna try new things. You're gonna find out new stuff. If you don't train at all, right? Now you're not learning anything, right? You have to work hard, study well, eat and sleep plenty, right? You can eat and sleep all you want, right? Maybe training is a bit more difficult, but you can still study, you can still learn new things. But if you don't train at all, if you're not busy with training at all, if you just, leave that open space of time and use it to scroll on your phone, well, now you're doomed. Now you're not doing anything, right? And so you want to keep yourself busy. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I think I've been yapping too much, but we got hamstrings to do. Oh, oh. All right. For Nordics today, I'm gonna aim for 3 sets of 4, just because it's been a while since I've done so. And even if you're injured and not making progress on certain exercises, there's almost always something that you can still do because there is millions of different things that you can do. So for me, I'm not able to run, I'm not able to squat, but I'm able to focus on push-ups. I'm able to focus, or I'm able to do these Nordic rolls, right? And aim for progress on those sides. And so, as you train, as you keep going, as the train, it's difficult, you don't have motivation. If you're able to convince yourself to do the training anyway, you will oftentimes find that, hey, There are still some exciting parts left. There are still exercises and things you can make progress on. So always keep training, no matter what it is, even if it's just some light stretching. Do something. Your body is designed to move, and it's a waste not to move, you know. Okie dokie, that's gonna be it for today's training. Very short, you know. Of course, I'm doing push ups as well off camera, but I challenge you, you know. If you're injured, if you're on the verge of quitting your training for a while, you know, dropping the motivation, not doing anything, I challenge you to just take 7 days, right? 7 days and train something every day, no matter what it is, right? Just take the time for it. So if you're perhaps injured training a planche, do some front lever. If you can't front lever, perhaps do some squats. If you can't squat, perhaps go for a walk. Do something consciously that you decide, hey, I'm gonna spend my normal training time on this. And it doesn't even have to be the same amount of time that you would normally spend on a normal training, even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or even 5 minutes, you know. Do something consciously, take action. Because guess what? In 99% of the cases, of course, I'm not gonna guarantee 100% of you guys are gonna experience this. I'm kind of taking the toothpaste company approach to this, but 99.9% the chances are that you are gonna experience the like a sort of euphoria, you know. You didn't want to train, you didn't want to do it, but you challenged yourself to do something consciously anyway, even if it was easy. And so perhaps you're going on a walk for a couple days, right? And then on day number 3, you're like, hey, I thought I was not able to do anything anymore, but here I am walking, you know, even though I don't want to. Let's do 5 minutes extra, right? Or perhaps you're doing push ups instead of planche training, and you're telling yourself, well, I just told myself do 50 reps every day, but guess what? I'm gonna do 55 because, you know, if the planche is an injury, you know, I'm gonna get stronger anyway, right? And you can tell yourself, or like you're doing this small thing, and by doing this small thing, you're, you know, generating a positive experience, and with that positive experience, you know, you can kind of like spin everything around and turn it into fuel, right? Turn it into like motivation for yourself. And it's like getting the snowball rolling, right? Getting the ball rolling, and it's gonna turn into a bigger snowball and eventually an entire avalanche of positivity that's gonna turn you, you know, into healing your injury. Or even if you don't experience it, at the very least, at the end of those 7 days, you're gonna look back and tell yourself like, hey, at least I did it, right? Or perhaps you did 6 or 5 days out of the 7, but you did it, you took action, right? And then now you can tell yourself, well, let's do one day more, because it's important to keep going, you know. That's the most important like part I wanna tell, I guess. So yeah, just it might not be all like roses and whatever the hell, but and like easy stuff, but that's why I guess we have to keep doing it, right? If it was easy, everyone would be making gains, running marathons in 2 hours and lifting 500 kilos, but it's not, and that's why we do it. So let's keep going, you know, even though it's tough. And I'm telling it as much to you guys as I'm telling it to myself at the moment. So let's go. I'll see you tomorrow for a pull day.